In uncertain times, being prepared for unexpected situations is crucial. While many preppers have stocked their homes with essential supplies like food, water, and medical kits, there are some tools that often go overlooked but can make a significant difference when disaster strikes. The following list highlights 9 essential prepper tools that are essential yet typically absent from most survival kits. These tools are not just handy for emergencies but can also fortify your self-sufficiency and resourcefulness in challenging times. From multifunctional gadgets to items that offer unique advantages, these tools are invaluable additions to any prepper's arsenal. 1. Soldering iron. Imagine waking up one day to a world where the conveniences of modern technology have vanished and you're thrust into a landscape where your survival depends on your ability to fix and maintain the dwindling tech at your disposal. Among the chaos and uncertainty, one tool stands as a beacon of hope: the soldering iron. This isn't just a tool, it's your lifeline in a digital dystopia, a sharp edge with which you can carve out a semblance of normalcy amidst the collapse of civilization. In a reality where your radio lies dead, your connection to essential news and instructions severed, the soldering iron emerges as the critical device to breathe life back into the circuits. Without it, you may be left in silence, the void of communication growing deeper as days pass. However, with deft hands and a sharp focus, a soldering iron allows you to solve minor technical malfunctions that could spell the difference between staying informed and plunging into the dark unknown. When the grid goes down, solar systems can become your only reliable source of power. Yet, they are not immune to the wear and tear of post-apocalyptic survival. Paradoxically, your path to maintaining this lifeline relies on the precise work of soldering, reconnecting the tangled web of circuitry that bridges your solar panels with life-sustaining energy. Imagine the horror of watching your fragile power source fizzle out, knowing that without a soldering iron, there's little to be done but wait for the impending darkness, an inexorable ticking clock heralding your inevitable descent into unending night. Beyond mere survival, the soldering iron is the ultimate prepper tool, turning the stumbling blocks of a broken world into stepping stones towards self-sufficiency. When supplies grow scarce and raids become futile, you'll find the power to assemble and create from debris itself. Even the simplest DI projects, a makeshift alarm system or an ad hoc flashlight, become critical advantages, each component soldered together by necessity and grit. Thus, the soldering iron isn't merely an accessory, it's an emblem of strength and tenacity in a world teetering on the brink. When modern tools and conveniences are a distant memory, those with the foresight to possess this magic wand of circuitry hold the keys to mastering their own fate. In the eerie stillness following an upheaval, it stands as both weapon and shield, a manifestation of human ingenuity that whispers of hope amidst despair. With a soldering iron in hand, fear becomes a motivator, and every flicker of its heat is a testament to mankind's perpetual quest for control in an uncontrollable world. 2. Crosscut saw. In the heart of a relentless storm, where the roar of the winds drowns any whisper of normalcy, technology sits helpless, paralyzed by the absence of power. Amidst this chaos, the crosscut saw emerges as a savior, a resolute piece of steel that draws its strength not from gas or electricity, but from the resilience of human will. When the fuel tanks run dry and the chainsaws lay silent, a crosscut saw is your only companion in your desperate battle against nature's fury. The very essence of survival hinges on adaptation, the ability to harness whatever tools the environment graciously offers or unrelentingly demands. Herein lies the critical importance of the crosscut saw, a tool that thrives where modernity falters. With its voracious teeth, keen and unyielding, it allows you, the vigilant prepper, to carve your lifeline out of the wilderness. Need to construct a makeshift shelter against the torrential downpour? The crosscut saw hews timber with precision and tenacity. Tasked with gathering firewood to stave off the creeping cold, its rhythmic back and forth slice through logs like a seasoned scythe through overgrown fields. Yet it is too easy to ignore such a seemingly antiquated tool in an age obsessed with convenience and speed. But when the lights go out and the shadows grow long, the crosscut saw transcends its simple form to become a harbinger of hope. Its presence in your toolkit is not just about practicality, it stands as a testament to foresight, a symbol of preparedness that separates the fortunate from the forsaken. Without it, you are left defenseless, vulnerable to the ruthless whims of an uncaring world. In the darkened landscape of an unyielding emergency, the crosscut saw's steadfast reliance on human strength rather than the fickle availability of fuel becomes its most terrifying advantage. Its blade is an unwavering ally in the gloom, driving home the cold truth of nature: only the adaptable survive. So, as you embark on your journey to fortify against disaster, emblazon the crosscut saw within your arsenal. Do not underestimate its humble appearance, for it is a beacon silently screaming its promise of survival. Your readiness to wield it could very well be the frail line dividing you from the abyss of despair. 3 water purification tablets. Imagine finding yourself stranded in the wilderness, or perhaps facing an unexpected catastrophe where your only source of water is dangerously contaminated. The essentials you take for granted suddenly disappear, and the looming threat of dehydration closes in as rivers, lakes, and even stored water become breeding grounds for invisible predators intent on breaching your defenses. Microorganisms and pathogens lie in wait, ready to strike and spread debilitating diseases. Without a doubt, water purification tablets aren't just a luxury in such dire circumstances, they are survival itself. It can be terrifyingly easy to underestimate the importance of these unassuming tablets. As sleek and silent as a predator in the night, they wait quietly among your essentials, their power hidden until needed. Their ability to transform hazardous water into a drinkable lifeline represents a pivotal advantage if you're ever thrust into the abyss of survival scenarios. These tablets possess an almost supernatural ability to neutralize lurking bacteria and virulent viruses with a simple fizz as they dissolve. It's an enchanting chemical dance that can make the difference between life and death. When your fancy, high-end water filtration devices fail or their bulky forms render them cumbersome all too soon in your escape, it is these small, lightweight marvels that will prove invaluable. A reliable soldier in your survival battalion, they boast an impressive shelf life, standing vigilant for when that grim moment arrives. Tucked away neatly in an emergency kit, they whisper confidence into your preparedness arsenal. They exemplify what it means to be ready without the fuss, without the frill, but with the gravitas of an unsung hero. Think about it, a compact lifesaver, nothing more than a packet of tablets standing between you and the dark, undrinkable abyss. By transforming suspect liquid into safe, sustaining hydration, they thwart the sinister clutches of waterborne diseases. These small safeguards deceive with their simplicity, yet act with precision and efficiency. They are your shield in a world where clean, potable water has become a rare and precious commodity. When the skies grow black and the ground shakes with the ominous signs of impending disaster, take solace in your foresight. Because when the devastation threatens to strip you of everything, your access to safe hydration won't be one of its casualties. So heed this, ensure that these purification tablets are within reach, hidden perhaps, but never forgotten. For in the chilling reality of survival, overlooking them might just be the fatal mistake that could have been so easily avoided. 4 Ferrocerium Rod. As the dark clouds of uncertainty gather overhead, the Ferrocerium Rod stands as a beacon of survival in a world teetering on the brink of the unknown. In the gritty aftermath of disaster, whether it's the screeching winds of a hurricane, the unforgiving chill of a blizzard, or the torrential downpour of a monsoon, your matches may be soaked and your lighter may falter. But amidst this chaos, the Ferrocerium Rod remains, unwavering and steadfast, ready to unleash its shower of sparks to ignite hope in the form of fire. Imagine the existential dread of being plunged into freezing darkness, the bone-chilling winds echoing the internal conflict of your mind. It's nightfall, and your survival hangs by a burning thread. In these moments, the Ferrocerium Rod is not just a tool, it is your lifeline. It is essential, almost primal, providing warmth, cooking capabilities, and a method for purifying water to stave off thirst and the creeping specter of disease. The eldritch glow of sparks flickering in the relentless storm is a cruel reminder of nature's indifference, yet promises to faithfully serve you where other tools fail. Designed to withstand environments that would defeat less hardy implements, it operates relentlessly in wet or windy conditions. Its durability is not a luxury, it is a necessity when other fire starters crumble, leaving you grappling in the dark void of desperation. Think of the Ferrocerium Rod as your silent sentinel. Compact yet potent, it rides with you on every perilous journey, its steel will outlasting the weakest link in your preparation chain. It quietly assures you of its service, waiting for the moment when it is most needed. Tucked safely in your bug-out bag, it is the warrior waiting in the shadows, ready to vanquish the cold and provide the essence of survival, the flame. In a world teetering on the edge, the Ferrocerium Rod is more than just a tool, it is your vow of preparedness against the sinister forces of nature and chance. It's a reminder that in the murky dance between life and death, preparation and resilience are paramount. As we stand on the precipice of the unknown, It's clear the ferrocerium rod is not something you should have. It's something you must. In the haunting cadence of a world unraveling, when everything falls away, let the sparks fly and embrace the fire of survival. 5. Manual grain mill. Imagine a world where the power grid has failed, leaving you with none of the comforts of modern technology. Your pantry is rapidly depleting, and the stores have long been emptied of essential supplies. In this unsettling scenario, the manual grain mill becomes a lifeline, a bridge to survival amidst the chaos. This deceptively simple device harbors the power to transform your preparedness arsenal from adequate to truly resilient. Drawing grains, seeds, and other dry foods through its ungainly, yet reliable mechanisms, the manual grain mill performs the crucial task of grinding those raw materials into flour without the slightest whir of electricity. When powerlessness seizes the world, this tool rises like a sentinel against hunger, ensuring an uninterrupted supply of bread, cereals, and a myriad of nutritive foods that can keep your family satiated and fortified through the darkest of times. This is not merely a tool, it's your family's assurance against the clutches of starvation. But the utility of the manual grain mill doesn't stop with flour. Like a valiant multitasker, it wields the potential to grind coffee for sustenance in those dreary mornings, or crush spices to bring flavor back into your embattled life. The ability to grind nuts into butter, or to crack open a variety of seeds further underscores its indispensable role in diversifying your diet. This is not an extravagance, it is a necessity, a tool of adaptation in an unforgiving environment. The manual grain mill amplifies the concept of sustainable living into a bold statement of survival. It speaks to a time-honored method of self-sufficiency where individuals commanded their resources directly, untouched by the fangs of modern dependency. As a steadfast companion to the prepper arsenal, it carries a reassuring weight, a tactile representation of readiness in an increasingly unpredictable world. With the grave uncertainties hovering over modern civilization, relying on capricious technologies becomes a liability. In a world bent on returning us to simpler, albeit harsher, times, the manual grain mill stands as a beacon of hope and resilience. It serves as a key takeaway, a constant reminder of our need for precautionary measures so that when the unforeseen strikes, we stand resolute, armed with the tools to outlast the tempest. Do not mistake it for a relic of the past, but rather see it for what it truly embodies, a bastion against impending adversity. In a future where thriving amidst ruin is the ultimate challenge, the manual grain mill becomes an unmistakable icon of survival. Prepare now, and let this essential tool be your silent ally in the shadows of tomorrow's uncertainty. 6. Manual water pump. Imagine a scenario where the reliable hum of electricity ceases, plunging civilization into an unsettling silence. You find yourself grappling with the harsh reality, modern conveniences, now unattainable relics of the past. In this grim portrait of potential societal collapse, the manual water pump emerges as an unsung hero, a steadfast ally amid chaos. The manual water pump is more than a mere tool, it is a beacon of survival. Its fundamental purpose is deceptively simple: to access underground water sources without the need for power. However, its significance is monumental, especially in times when flipping a switch is no longer an option. Power outages, whether short-lived or spanning over troubling days, leave us vulnerable, clinging to dwindling water supplies. In these moments, the pump becomes invaluable, a relic that underscores human resilience and ingenuity. This tool's worth shines most prominently in far-flung or inhospitable locations, where public utilities might be dreams as distant as the stars. It stands as a guardian over the quest for water, offering a tangible solution amidst resource scarcity. Off-grid living is no longer theoretical musing for the few, it morphs into a looming possibility as our world is tested by forces beyond our control. Here, the manual water pump is crucial, fortifying your ability to sustain life with every thrust and pull of its unyielding handle. But do not be mistaken, this is not just about meeting your daily quota. It's about preserving life in its most basic form. Each drop drawn from the depths can mean the difference between desolation and hope, sustaining you and those you hold dear when the unliving cityscape fails you. Emergencies of all kinds remind us of our fragility, and when tap water becomes unreliable or non-existent, the manual pump remains steadfast. In the grand scheme of preparing for the unknown, the manual water pump symbolizes foresight and prudence, a looming safeguard against an unpredictable future. It's a tool most people overlook, disregarded as a relic of simpler times. Yet its value becomes starkly apparent in an instant, a lifeline to quench both thirst and fear. 7. Backup power bank. In the shadowy realm of modern survival, a backup power bank isn't just a luxury, it's an unmistakable necessity. Imagine this: the world plunges into darkness. A catastrophic power outage leaves a city in chaos. Communication lines are dead, and you're stranded, cut off from the entire world. Without the digital lifeline that keeps us connected to information and our loved ones, despair sets in. The ominous reality: without a power source, your phone, radio, and vital devices are merely useless slabs of glass and metal. This is the haunting scenario where a backup power bank rises as a beacon in the bleak landscape of disaster. During power outages, having a portable charger ensures that you remain in control. It powers your devices, providing the crucial ability to call for help, receive emergency updates, and navigate using GPS. This small yet significant device could be the difference between chaos and calm, between being uninformed and staying knuckle grip on the pulse of unfolding events. The power bank's capabilities don't end there. In foreboding times, this utilitarian device serves not only for communication devices, but it also resuscitates your other essentials: flashlights that cut through the cloying darkness, medical devices that sustain life for those who rely on electronic aids. Consider the chilling truth: without power, even a harmless environment metamorphoses into a minefield of threats. A simple hike becomes perilous when its endpoint is obscured by failing light and the path is shrouded by nightfall. Its spectral omnipresence reassures us that our fragile existence need not crumble when the world seems to. This power bank is not just an accessory, it is the knight in electrified armor shielding us from the specters of our worst fears. Where there is power, there is life. And in the eerie silence of a powered-down world, the importance of staying connected transcends mere convenience. It becomes a fight for survival. Complacency in our dependence on vast and delicate electric grids is shattered by the power bank's demand to be prepared. It whispers with a cold clarity: arm yourself against the unpredictable shadows that encroach on modernity's reliable facade. The takeaway is chillingly clear: when crisis claws at the edges of your existence, the power bank is not just a tool, it's your last, vital link to the world you thought you knew. 8. Lock-picking set. In an urban environment where survival hinges on the ability to adapt and improvise, possessing a lock-picking set could very well spell the difference between life and death. Imagine a catastrophic disaster has just decimated the infrastructure you once relied upon. The blending chaos transforms your city into a treacherous urban jungle. In this unpredictable landscape, every locked door becomes a barricade taunting you, hiding behind it unknown treasures that could sustain your survival. In scenarios where every moment counts and hesitation equates to peril, a lock-picking set will empower you to reclaim accessibility in a world turned unfamiliar and hostile. As you navigate through the remnants of civilization, you may find yourself in dire need of supplies. Whether it's scavenging for food, medical kits, or water purifiers, resourcefulness becomes your savior. The tools of a lock-picking set offer a whisper of control in the maddening void, granting access to places once sealed tight. With deft skill and a steady hand, these small instruments can transform barriers into pathways. Doors long since abandoned or forgotten vaults from a fractured past may contain treasures necessary for survival through lockpicking. These resources are tantalizingly within reach. The urgency of rescue is another dimension where lockpicking proves invaluable. In the haunted aftermath of disaster, people may find themselves trapped, ensnared by the remnants of the buildings they once called home. The ability to disable locks, silently and efficiently, offers a candle of hope to those ensnared by their own environments, waiting for the reassuring click that signals their liberation. In these haunting moments of uncertainty, your lock-picking set becomes not merely a tool, but a beacon of salvation amidst the encompassing darkness. Additionally, the practical nature of a lock-picking set adds a layer of foresight to your survival strategy. Compact and easily stored, these tools fit seamlessly into any bug-out bag, their lightweight nature ensuring you remain agile and responsive. This unobtrusive presence belies the immeasurable benefit they bestow, allowing you to traverse the crucible of survival stealthily and efficiently. When entry to vital resources or escape from harrowing circumstances is pivotal, this diminutive kit's functionality cannot be overstated. The chilling reality of an urban apocalypse demands tools designed for cunning and precision. Your survival toolkit, if devoid of a lock-picking set, leaves you vulnerable and exposed to the unforgiving whims of chance. Prepare, forgo complacency, and arm yourself with this life-saving asset. In a world where every lock hides potential salvation or sanctuary, will you have what it takes to turn the key? 9. Maps. In a digitally driven world, the humble paper map might seem antiquated, yet it remains an indispensable tool in any prepper's arsenal. When disaster strikes and digital networks falter, these maps become invaluable lifelines, providing a tangible connection to their surroundings and a reliable source of navigation. While GPS devices and smartphones can succumb to malfunctions or battery failures, a map, unwavering and consistent, does not rely on electronic power to function. It is always available when needed most. Maps offer detailed layouts of cities, terrain, and roadways, equipping preppers with the knowledge required to navigate through unfamiliar or altered landscapes. This foundational tool helps identify essential locations such as hospitals, shelters, and water sources, which can be critical during emergencies. Moreover, a well-stocked survival kit should include maps specific to regional and local areas, ensuring that a prepper can plan escape routes, locate allies, or find resources with a degree of precision and foresight unattainable by memory alone. Beyond their practical use in navigation, maps also enhance one's understanding of the environment. They highlight geographical features that may impact travel plans such as rivers, mountains, and valleys. For hikers and adventurers, topographical maps provide insights into elevation changes and terrain difficulty, helping to prepare for what's ahead and mitigate accidental forays into dangerous areas. Furthermore, possessing maps fosters a sense of strategic thinking and preparedness. It allows for the pre-planning of evacuation routes and identification of alternative paths, crucial should the primary travel routes become inaccessible. This foresight and flexibility can be the difference between frustration and focus when time is of the essence. Ultimately, while they may seem old-fashioned, paper maps are a timeless asset, embodying reliability and resilience in a world often overshadowed by technological fragility. In conclusion, being truly prepared for an emergency goes beyond just having the basics. It's about anticipating the unexpected and ensuring you have the tools that can make all the difference in a crisis. The 9 tools we've highlighted, from a humble soldering iron to a lock-picking set, may not be the first items that come to mind when you're assembling your prepper kit, but they are essential for ensuring your safety, sustainability, and self-reliance when disaster strikes. By adding these overlooked yet crucial items to your gear, you'll be better equipped to handle everything from power outages to unexpected situations, keeping yourself and your loved ones safe. Remember, preparedness is not just about gathering the right tools, but also about knowing how to use them effectively. So don't wait for an emergency to find out you're missing something critical. Start building a well-rounded, versatile prepper kit today. Stay safe, stay prepared, and always be ready for whatever comes your way.